scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another video. So today is my update video for the month of June 2024. So all the layouts and projects I got done in that month, and just an update on spending and what I may be getting up to in July. So this video is rather late. It is the 12th of June today. Normally I like to July, not June. Normally I do like to do my update video at the very end or beginning of the month, but I got COVID. COVID caught me after 4.5 years. So I was recovering from my cataract surgery, then I had this kind of fluid in the ear thing, and then COVID got me. So yeah, a little bit delayed to that, so I'm sorry about that, but I've got through that. I'm fine, and I'm here to chat to you today. So I think I got 11 layouts done. So quite a few of these layouts were done sort of mid-month maybe. COVID got me towards the end of the month, so yeah, and I was still recovering from my cataracts at the beginning of the month. So yeah, I've done quite a few though, but I haven't recorded any of them. 11 layouts. The only thing that went up on my channel this month was the little flip through, or the little sort of movie of all my favourite layouts that I've ever made. So I hope you enjoyed that. There's one or two in here that might go into that actually. So yeah, I've been working on my traveller's notebooks, and I have been doing layouts but not recording. So I'm going to give you a flip through of all the ones that I've made this month. And we're on the 12th of July now, I think I said, didn't I? And I haven't done any layouts this month with being poorly. Right, so this, oh yeah, and I was flicking through these and I was laughing to myself because I've pretty much documented all my favourite things here. So like I've said to you before, that I'm being mindful of what I scrapbook now. I'm trying not to scrapbook just kind of like, I don't know, everyday things maybe. And I'm trying to be mindful and flicking through these. I've documented dogs, donkeys, birthday, Elvis Presley, theatre. So pretty much my most favourite things in life. So this is, we're starting off with this one, which is my birthday. So a little family photo shoot on my birthday at my parents' house. One of my brothers was there, my twin brother actually. So we got a photo on our birthday. I love this pattern paper, love it, absolutely love it. And then I don't know how I came up with this idea, but I somehow did. And I'm pretty much using up stuff, you know, like these were gifted to me, these little foam hearts. I've got a flare piece, I've got some brads, this is a brad, some little button pieces, a wood heart, a little button piece here, a die cut star, and all these were either from layouts that I've deconstructed or from my stash. 2 4x4 square photos of me here in of the family in my parents' garden. And then I've just added a little cluster here, which is a flare piece with hearts on, a foam heart and a wood star. And then I've got a tag which I've set an eyelet into with some baker's twine, and then I've used that little sort of rose gold or gold pink glittered foam alpha there from American Crafts. And then this next one is the theatre. So this is the Buddy Holly show, or the Buddy Holly story that I like to go and see when it comes around. This was in June. So I've just got a photo of me, 4x4, well 3x4 photo of me with my Elvis t-shirt on, because Elvis goes with me everywhere. My Buddy Holly brooch, which is probably this one, I think, because it broke. And I think I have spoken about these before. I think I had 4 and they're all on layouts now. And then I've got this 4x4 black and white photo of me standing in front of the billboard, or the promotional advertising at the theatre. 2 tags from my stash, 2 glitter domes from my stash, a dollar, a Buddy Holly dollar that they throw out into the audience, and this is the flyer for the show, which on this occasion, rather than sticking it to the page, I've actually stapled it to the page so you can see the back of it. I've got this pattern paper here, which is possibly Vicky Booten, but I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's this lovely stripe, painted stripe. And then I've got this new musical note paper, which I can't remember where it came from. Yeah, it might have been Sunshine Scrapbooking, I'm not sure, but it's very thin. So I've mounted that onto this lovely stripy paper in the background, which I thought went well with the flyer for the show. And then I've used a white jelly roll pen for the journaling, as I did on the previous layout. And just saying how it was nice to see the show at my local, or my favourite theatre again. And I went to 2 shows. I went on the Thursday and the Saturday, and that was 2 matinees, and that was in 2023. So it's a little bit of a throwback. This is my birthday, a photo shoot with the doggies, which I like to do on my actual birthday. And this is definitely going to be in my top 50 layouts. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I love the bright colours. I love just the fact that it's my birthday with the doggies and everything. And this is that 49 and Market paper, or pattern paper, which is cardstock really. So, and I've actually, this is a sketch that Moira did, Moira O'Reilly, my lovely friend Moira created a sketch, and I've followed the sketch, and I've also sort of lifted Scrappy Cathy, because Scrappy Cathy was doing a celebration, but it got postponed, but I'd already done the layout, so I did this for that as well. So I've sort of I've used Moira's sketch and kind of Cathy's kind of ethos of, you know, throwing everything at the page, which I do like to do sometimes. And Cathy likes mixed media. I've added some mixed media, bright, bold colours. I've added gold, glitter, spray, and this lovely teal blue colour. So this is pre-printed onto the paper, this sort of circle here. 2 3x4 photos mounted onto white texture cardstock, and I've inked the edges. And I've got some scraps here that I've used. Buttons here, die cut pieces, birthday themed die cut pieces, doggy themed die cut pieces, 2 acrylic paws. I've created my own little journaling piece here. I've just cut out a piece of white cardstock and birthday photos with my boys. Acrylic hearts there, glitter, button, flare, die cut pieces, glitter dome, and this lovely yellow glitter foam alpha that I'm still using, and I've used it a lot on layouts. So this is a layout about Elvis the donkey and Marie Ange and Belle Helen, who are donkeys at the Isle of Wight Donkey Sanctuary. And these 2 girls here came from France originally, a group of donkeys that came from France. So I've kind of done the French flag here. I thought I was being clever, and I've done 3 embellishment clusters here. So I've got a silver wood star, gold glitter heart, and stripy button stars in red and blue, which is what I had in my stash. And then I've got these 3 hearts here, so 1 each for the girls and 1 for Elvis. They're just the colours that I had. 4x6 landscape photo of Elvis and his French girls. Doily, this lovely foam metallic alpha set that I've been using a lot. A little die cut piece here that I've used the reverse side off to do the writing. Die cut piece that says I love you, and a little glitter dome. And then I've just said here, Elvis and his French gals. So I was going to actually title this Elvis and his French gals, and I was going to kind of do it here or something like that with a alpha set, but it's quite a long title and I didn't really have like all the alphas for that. So in the end I just said hello, and then wrote the wording was written here instead of as the title. And now they're not in the same herd anymore, so they don't really spend time together. This is a throwback layout of me at the birthplace in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis's birthplace. Red textured cardstock, more of that musical note paper from Sunshine Scrapbooking, I think. Cut these out of pattern paper. Die cut pieces, all I've cut them out. And then just like a journaling piece here that is a cut apart, I think. I've stamped the birthplace in Tupelo. I've got, I don't think it's 4x6, but a landscape photo and a portrait photo laid onto pattern paper and then laid onto more pattern paper. And I just thought this pattern paper was perfect for kind of like a 1930s sort of home. And it's not, I wouldn't have used it for anything else, I don't think. And I'm just saying that it was such a thrill to visit Elvis's childhood home, walking in the footsteps of the king again. And I've said that this was 1991. 21 there. I was 21. I look about, I don't know, I look like a teenager or something. Right, this is the doggies and a pub lunch. So yeah, another favourite thing to do. Pattern paper here, wood grain with red wood grain, and then it's kind of like a 3/4 and then a quarter. This is just some pattern paper that I've had for many years, like a 1950s theme set that I had, one of the very first scrapbooking supplies I ever got, and I've still got a little bit of that paper left in different patterns. So I've got this 4x6 portrait photo of the doggies, and this 3x4 one of me with my goggles on because I had my surgery. Red foam alpha. All doggy themed products here that were gifted to me. So faux brads, chipboard, and I've got 2 Project Life cards here. I've inked the edges, and I've done the journaling in black pen, which is one of my Uniball pens. These pens, Uniball. And I've just literally said here, that during my recovery from the surgery, we walked to our local pub a few times and had lunch at another pub, all whilst wearing my goggles. And these little faux brads came from the same set as the rest. And I've added a little bit of baker's twine here, and I've stapled it in place for added texture and definition. This is Elvis the donkey. So blue textured cardstock, this lovely pattern paper, like graph paper. And then whilst I was recovering from the surgery, I wasn't at the sanctuary, and my volunteer friend, sent me some photos of Elvis playing soccer. And yeah, somebody else sent me photos of Elvis playing soccer one time, and I've never actually seen Elvis playing with the treat ball. He's not actually playing soccer, but you know, what with the Euro 2024 competition being on, or about to start at this point, I thought that would be fun. And we're actually, England win the final, and that is on Sunday. It's Friday today, so we're excited about that. So yeah, Elvis was doing a little bit of practice here, showing them how it should be done. Faux brads that came from that animal dog themed set. Again, blue foam alphas, simple stories, same as before, but they were red. And I've got several packets of those, and I've had them for about 4 years, and I'm still using them. So I just kind of did a loose grid style here. I didn't want it to be like defined as a grid, like precisely. I like the element of offsetting the photos, which I've done here. And I'm just saying that my friend sent me photos and a video of Elvis practicing his soccer skills. This one is a visit to the Wild Heart Sanctuary here on the island. So this is black textured cardstock, another graph type pattern paper here with this lovely red. And I thought this was quite good because we're at like the sanctuary, and obviously you do get, the animals are in enclosures. Oh, I just banged something there. 4x6 landscape photo of myself with Heather and Sarah. So Sarah volunteers at the Wild Heart Sanctuary, and she's also a supporter of the Donkey Sanctuary, so I know her. And Heather is one of my subbies here on YouTube, and she likes to visit the Isle of Wight, and we got together a couple of times while she was over here, and we went to the Wild Heart Sanctuary. So this is a top left to bottom right design, which I quite like to do. I've got the same foam alpha, this time in black, and I am running short of letters here, so as you can see, I think I've used an exclamation mark here for the I, and I've used the upside down P for the D. I'm okay with that. You know, another title out of another alpha set. Flare piece here, some little tassels, and I've used brads to attach those to the page. Couple of little, or one little vellum piece here, stapled to the page. I've got torn tracing paper here that I've laid the photo onto. A little Chadney piece here. Foam sunglasses, 2 Project Life cards, and here's another one here, the vellum piece here that came from some of the things I purchased for my birthday or earlier in the year. And then I've just said here that we went to the Wild Heart, and they've got the new bear enclosure coming along nicely. I'm just saying that Casper the lion was being a bit shy. He was hiding from us, and we said hello to Sarah, my friend Sarah. So this is a layout of Buddy, his birthday layout. So I've got these 2 cute 4x6 portrait photos of him in the garden, looking very cute. This is kind of a half and half, but it's not really half and half page. I've got this happy birthday paper, which is Vicky Booting, I'm sure, which is a bit weird because it didn't seem to print properly on this side of the page, did it? And it's not, I don't know whether that was, I don't think it was supposed to be like that. I think it's probably an offsetting issue, but anyway, you know, it's fine. So basically I've used the whole of that pattern paper, and then I've added a strip of happy birthday pattern paper here, and then a doggy themed piece here, and I've torn across the bottom. And then in the gap at the bottom here, I've used a little frame, die cut frame, a little bit of gesso on the page so that the journaling would stand out, because I was writing directly on the page. And I'm just saying that Buddy is still naughty, cheeky, mischievous and loud. That's our Bud. Flare piece, 2 glitter domes, white puffy alpha set here saying Buddy is 7, and a little wood gingham heart attached to the page there. So that's birthday Bud. And then I've got this Elvis layout. So this pattern paper, I think again came from Sunshine Scrapbooking. They do very unusual, quirky pattern papers, and I had a few of these. I think I'd have about 4 pieces of this. And although it's amazing, it's difficult. It can be quite difficult to use because you haven't got much space to work with unless you want to cover Elvis's face, which obviously you don't want to do. And it is a little bit battered because it's been in my stash for quite a long time, but I really wanted to use it, so I thought I'd use it for this layout. So Heather and I went over to the Elvis plaque. She wanted me to show her the Elvis plaque here on the island that I always go to in August. And when we got there, it was not there because they'd had an issue with some cracking in the pavement. I think I mentioned it in one of my Traveller's Notebook updates. And last time I went there, it was still there. But then they had this cracking in the pavement, and it was considered to be a little bit dangerous, the land. So they actually moved it, unbeknown to me. I didn't know this. I've actually contacted the council about it, but nobody's got back to me yet. So anyway, we got there, and it was missing. It wasn't there. The plinth and everything was gone, and it's supposed to be here, there. So, oh gosh, I said, oh, I wonder where that is. I was really worried that they'd got, you know, maybe just discarded it or something. So anyway, I said to Heather as we were walking back to the car, I said, oh, well, we'll just go this other way because there's like a nice building that I want to show you, because she likes taking photographs. I thought she might be interested in seeing this building. And as we walked towards it, we could see the plaque. Yeah, just outside this hotel. It's like a hotel. And it was just like there outside this hotel. Yeah, it's a bit weird, really. And then this chap came out from the hotel, and I said, oh, you know, hello, are you a visitor or you know? And he goes, oh, I'm actually the owner of the hotel. So we got chatting to him about it, and he said, yeah, they just kind of like asked him if they could put it there, and he doesn't really want it there. We were trying to persuade him to make a nice area and have a little bench and everything, but he didn't seem too keen on that. So I think it's very temporary where it is at the moment. So not sure what's going to happen to that. I have, like I say, I've contacted the council, but they've got back to me, so I think I have to go higher up and get back to them about that. So yeah, we did find it, which was amazing, and Heather was with me, so she took a photo for me. And then I've just used this vellum piece that says that on there, because you know what's happened. And basically the whole of the pattern paper is the main background with the 4x4 photo, 2 3x4 landscape photos, this wood piece that I've inked in black, the little vellum piece, and then just a tag here with just a gem stuck into the little hole there. And I've just basically said what I've just told you about finding the Elvis plaque not in the right place and being worried that it had, you know, been discarded. I think, is this Vicky Booten pattern paper? Not sure, might be. So basically it's pre-printed with a circle sort of design here. And I've just put these 2 4x6 portrait photos of Chester on his birthday. So this is Chester's birthday layout. And I've used those puffy alphas to do his age and his name. And then I've layered 2 foam hearts here. And I've done this as a very simple layout or very simple embellishing because of this lovely pattern here. And also I like the elements of the filled corners, which is something I do anyway, and they were pre-printed onto the page. And then I've just said here that Chester's 12, he still wants to play ball all the time, even when out of puff, which is very, very true. He doesn't realise he's 12 years old, and he just wants to play all the time, bless him. He did get, a dog attacked him about a week or so ago, like biting him. And luckily it wasn't too bad. There was no damage to the skin or anything, but he was in discomfort. We had to take him to the vet, and he had to go on some medicine, sort of pain relief and anti-inflammatories, that kind of thing. And yeah, he's just such a calm dog. He never reacts to anything. And once he was recovered and I was recovered myself from COVID, we went to the beach last weekend, and he was fine playing with the dog. He doesn't play with other dogs. He's not really interested in other dogs. He just wants to play with his ball. But when other dogs came over to him, he was absolutely fine. So fortunately, that's not affected him mentally, and he's recovered physically, so that's good too. But yeah, that was a little bit upsetting. I wasn't with my husband because I was poorly at home, and it happened at an event here on the island. Right, we've got the Donkey Traveller's Notebook. I've not been at the Donkey Sanctuary much lately, obviously recovering from my eye surgery, and then I contracted COVID. So last time we ended here, I hadn't put the photo on because I hadn't printed it. I was waiting until I had another photo to print before I printed it, and I'm not sure if these were on there as well, these little foam hearts, because I think I may have put those on here to match this side, or to, you know, flow that through on both sides. So I think they may have been added since. That's Elvis there. And then just saying here that my friend sent me the photo of Elvis playing with the treat ball, which is the layout that I've done as well. I don't normally do both, but I'm not doing much in here at the moment, so I thought I'd add this one in here. And I've got pattern paper here with a torn edge, the foam hearts here in different places. And then I've got a grey, dark grey tag, and I've just written in white jelly roll pen. My friend sent me a photo of Elvis playing ball, and he's sticking close to little Nick there, who's the blind donkey. And I'm just saying again that I've never seen Elvis playing, and he's young at heart. That's that. Just some little information there about some of the donkeys that passed away. And then it was international, or was it volunteer week? It was volunteer week in June. And I wrote a poem. I've not written one for ages, so I don't know, I just woke up one day and thought I'd write a poem, and I did. So that's what I'm documenting here. And I've got this bunting type pattern paper that I've just put across both sides of the page and torn the edges, which I really like to do. That pink glitter alpha that I've used for the title here. And then I've done 2 clusters of embellishments. So I've got 2 wood horseshoes, 2 wood smiley faces, and 2 yellow foam heart stickers. And then this is my poem. If you wanted to screenshot that, you're more than welcome to read that, or you can see that on my social media. It's on my social media, which I always put the information for that at the beginning of the video. Just more information there about donkeys that passed away. Now then, where are we? We're now into June. Now, this was my first day back at the sanctuary, and I wasn't doing, because I was still only, I think, was I 5 weeks post surgery, I think. So I didn't want to overdo anything. I wasn't going to do grooming or anything like that, and I had my goggles on and everything. So, but I was back getting involved. So I've got, it looks as if I've done double page spread here. So I've got Elvis, some cut apart pieces here that I've used on the page, some more foam hearts here. This is a small, not 3x4, it's 2x3, I think. Is it 2x3? Not sure. Either that, I've just cut them down to fit on the page. I've cut as much of excess off to fit on the page. So this is Sooty Donkey. He's got very few teeth, so his tongue's normally sticking out. He's got a little wrinkled nose as well, and he's wearing a visor here because he must have had an eye issue of some kind. This is Billy Boy, the mini Shetland. He's one of my adoptions, and this is Junon, our matriarch donkey here, and it looks as though she's with Sooty here. And she had some issues on her legs, so she had to see the vet, and she was bandaged up for a little while. So I'm just saying, it was my first day back. It was so hot that day, like really, really hot. So I was helping apply some fly treatments to some of the donkeys. I did a bit of cleaning and helped to treat the water troughs and things like that, washing. I led some of the donkeys back to the herds. I sort of helped with medicines. And then just saying that I had a busy day. And I did have a busy day. And I was originally thinking I might just do a half a day. But of course, once I was there, I stayed for the whole day. And then I think, have I continued over on the same day? I've not put the date here, but it was the same day. But this photo wasn't. So this is just pattern paper. I think this was packaging from Alphas or something. Sequins, glitter gem dot cut apart circle, or I've punched that out from pattern paper. And I've just said that I spent some time with Elvis. He was a little bit hot and bothered, but he was standing in the shade. And then I'm saying that Kitschy is in the herd now. And then one of the staff sent me this photo of Elvis with his ice lolly the next day. So I said slurp, slurp. So this was the day after that I was there, and they know that I was worried about Elvis, and they said they sent me a photo of him enjoying his ice lolly, because the day that I was there on the Tuesday was hot, and I'm pretty sure the day after that on the Wednesday was hotter. So yeah, it's really, really hot. And then this is me back again. So I had my week off due to COVID after this, and then I was back again this week. So although I'm doing my June update video, my Traveller's Notebooks have gone into July, because I do like to keep them up to date. And so they are up to date up until this point, like mid-July. So yeah, so I thought I may as well show it to you as I've done it, you know. So this is a photo of Colin here, and this is Elvis. And then whenever I think about rain, I always remember that I've got this cloud stamp here with the rain, so I thought I'd use that today, because when I was there 2 weeks ago, it was boiling hot. When I was there this week, it was torrential rain, like pouring with rain, or not all day, but most of the day and all afternoon. I've just used a bit of that jute tape there, self-adhesive, and then the stamp, like I say. And then I just said here, I mostly spent time trimming up Colin, as he was a little bit knotted. I had 2 sessions working on him. I helped to move a few donkeys, helped with the donkey experience. So people come to the sanctuary and they pay to do an experience, to work with the animals for the day or for a couple of hours, and I helped with that. And then we were poo picking Elvis's herd, poured with rain, and I helped with the oldies feed. And I've just stamped Colin's name there, Elvis's name there. So yeah, that's up to date right up until this week, and I won't be in next week either, because I got something on. But hopefully after that I will be back again properly every week. This is my random stuff notebook. We finished here last month. So here I'm just documenting the fact that I booked a theatre show for 2025. Got this floral pattern paper here with a torn edge again. 4x4 photo of the flyer for the show, puffy, white puffy. And then I've just 2 tiny little photos here of an event that was here on the island. I've just taken them from social media, and then I've used that gold, I would say gold, I always think rose gold, but gold glitter foam alpha. I've just said that I've got more theatre to look forward to. I booked Broadway at in the barn here on the island, and then this show for 2025, Calamity Jane, and this has gone. This was in June. I went to that in June. Then I've got this page with the shoe rack. So my husband's been doing the vacuuming, because I've been recovering from the eye surgery, so my husband's been doing the vacuuming. I walked into the porch one day, and look how he's put all my shoes. It was funny though, made me laugh. And that's why I've used that Project Life card there that says funny. And I'm just saying that this made me laugh. Just a photo of the doggies here, cute boys I've said there. And then I went to the theatre a couple of weeks ago, the end of June, and I used my theatre stamp here that I always use, my mask stamp, but I actually stamped it upside down by mistake, so I thought I'd just add a few more images of that to make it look as though that was deliberate. This was a photo of the stage. This was a photo of the sound desk, or whatever you call it, the control desk at the back of the theatre, back of the auditorium. And I was just walking past it, and it's fascinated me, because I just thought, oh my gosh, look at all that. And I'm just basically saying that not all the magic happens on stage. Some of it happens, you know, in the background. This is me outside the theatre with the flyer for the show. Just saying that I went to Southampton, I had my Nando's, went to the theatre. Not my favourite show, but worth it for the finale. And then just saying here that in the evening I didn't feel too well. Started to become a little bit poorly. And then on the Saturday, I thought I had sunstroke. I thought I'd had too much sunshine. But then on the Saturday, I started to feel as though I had a cold, and I thought, well, that's not sunstroke. So I took a COVID test, and it was positive. I've just got this doggy themed piece here that says a rough life, and yeah, the test there. So that's just really about that. And then nothing, didn't really do anything after that because I was poorly. But then we come up to the general election, which was on the 4th of July, and I had 1 test left. I couldn't get any hold of any tests because apparently people are buying them at the moment, so I think there must be a bit of a resurgence of COVID. And they said that at the chemist, actually, when my husband went to get some. they said to him that they were selling a lot of them. So I only had one left, so I wanted to save it until the general election day because I wasn't going anywhere anyway. And I still tested positive. I thought I'd test negative. I'm just really basically telling the story here of how it took me all day to get an emergency medical proxy for my husband to vote for me, because I didn't want, I mean, I could have gone to vote, but I didn't want to. Morally, I didn't want to. It goes against all my principles to do that. I didn't want to pass the COVID around the polling station. So yeah, basically just saying that really about my husband voting for me, and then a picture of the new Prime Minister meeting the King. And then I made a mistake here, and I've just realised I use gesso sometimes, like Tipp-Ex, and I hadn't, I'd gone over the mess, but I hadn't rewritten over it. So then the next day, the 5th of July, I did test negative. So yeah, funnily, all day getting a proxy on the Thursday, and then I tested negative on the Friday. But that was a relief. I didn't expect to test negative then, but I did. So so I've used lots of Project Life cards here with the 3x4 photo, and then same here, a trimmed down photo here, 3x4 landscape here, and then Project Life cards, and then a pizza embellishment, and I've stamped treat time. So I've just said here that I tested negative on the 5th. I'd still got the sore throat and a bit of a cough and everything, but I was feeling a bit more human. My husband treated us to a Domino's pizza, and I'm just saying here that I don't normally like dips and things like that. If I eat a pizza, I just eat the pizza. I don't normally have like anything, or like same as if you're eating like a burger or something else. I'm not that person that likes all the dips and things like that. I don't know, I just like my food crunchy. But these pizzas from Domino's come with this little dip, like a garlic and herb dip, and just really like it. So it's only the second time that I've had a pizza from Domino's in recent years, and yeah, just really like that dip. Just documenting that there. And then after Chester was better from his little incident, and then I was better as well. So this was last Sunday. We went out and about because when I was poorly, it was the anniversary of Billy and Elvis's birthdays, our dogs that we had before. Normally we like to do something nice on to remember them, like go to the beach or something, or pub lunch, or both, even better. So the following weekend, which was last weekend when I was better, like I say, we went to the beach and we had a lunch at the pub. So I've got this pattern paper here that I've torn down and added to the page, and I've gessoed over that. And this is that lovely, it's that paper that had the clouds and the balloons on that I really, really liked. I was going to use it for my birthday. I'm just trying to find it now. But I hadn't used it for my birthday, and I thought, you know what, I really like the smiley faces, so I'm just going to use it. Even though I really wanted to use it for my birthday. I've done all my birthday layouts, not used it, so I'm not going to hoard it. It's this paper. Really loved it. So yeah, so I've used it, and I've still got some left. So what I've done is I've trimmed down all the photos to make them as small as possible to get onto this kind of grid type layout. I've got a cloud here with a heart cut out of it, a wood piece here that says fun, Buddy with his ball, Chester with his ball, my husband with the 2 doggies. I think I've got gesso on there, but that will come off because everything comes off of these photos because they're selfie printed photos. I've obviously closed the book before the gesso dried properly. This is me sat down, and then my husband with the 2 doggies, and then it was very windy that day. It wasn't like really cold or anything. It was a little bit nippy, but not freezing cold, but it was really windy, and this is in July. And so just a photo of me with my hair blown about there. And then I've got this die cut piece that's perfect for this page, a perfect day, little die cut doggy. And then I've got a photo of the doggies at the pub, my lunch and my dessert. And then this stamp that I sometimes use, whoever said diamonds are a girl's best friend never had a dog. And then I'm just saying that we've not been to this pub for quite a few years actually. It's always been a favourite of ours, but for one reason or another we've not been for quite a few years. And we walked in and they treated us like royalty. It was Sunday, it was so busy, and we didn't have a table booked or anything, and they found us a table, and then they found us a nicer table, and then the lady asked me if if I wanted her to save me a dessert, because they had gluten-free dessert, and she specifically asked me if I wanted her to save one for me, and of course I said yes. And the roast dinner, like the Sunday lunch, is the gluten-free one is just amazing. Most time, I very rarely go out for Sunday lunch because I always feel as though I get short change, and it's a bit of a joke with my husband and myself because, you know, when you're gluten-free, you quite often don't they'll say they do it gluten free, but really they just take the things off that are not gluten free, and then you just get what's left. So you do get shortchanged. But anyway, this was amazing, and it's pretty much the same as what everybody else got, apart from the Yorkshire puddings. They buy them in, she said, because I think it would be quite difficult to do that. I'm not sure why, but anyway, you still get one, but it's bought in. It's not one that they make themselves. But it's just such a lovely lunch, and then I had my lovely dessert, and I was very happy. I said here that it was treated like royalty, so we are definitely going to go back there a few times. I actually went there with Heather when she came over as well. We went up there and had lunch up there as we were over that side of the island. So that's the end of that, all done. I think I've shown everything to you, haven't I? Yep, I haven't done any spending, not a single penny. I don't intend to spend any money either, so that's good. No adhesive or anything. I'm just using what I've got. I've not done, well, I have done quite a bit of scrapbooking, but still got this tape left on the roll. I don't know if I've got any more. I don't think I've got any more refills, but I've still got that, and I've still got my little mouse, and I've still got 2 refills for the mouse, so I might just keep using those. Like I say, no spending, nothing at all. I did that layout, the video for my favourite layouts that I put up during the month. Just basically been recovering from my cataract surgery, and I've got my checkup today. I've got a checkup today, so I'm 7 weeks post-surgery. My checkup's today, so hopefully they'll put me down for the next one. Hopefully that will go well. I've read some books this month. I think I read about 6 books at the beginning of the month or earlier in the month. I went to the theatre a couple of times, of course. Traveller's notebooks, layouts, 11 layouts. Spent a little bit of time with Heather when she was over here. So I had, you know, quite a nice month up until the COVID got me. But I was recovering nicely from my cataract surgery and what have you. And yeah, hopefully today they'll give me the all clear and put me down for the second surgery. So I'm really sorry that this video was, you know, not up 2 weeks ago. Hopefully you don't mind that. Hopefully you'll enjoy looking at all the things I've created. Again, no process videos this month, and I haven't actually done any layouts yet for July, which I've said already. But I will continue to keep my traveller's notebooks up to date, and if I've got anything, there's one, I think I've got a couple of things I want to scrapbook, but I haven't started working on those yet. And I'm also thinking about having a proper clean in my craft room, and maybe doing a craft room tour, an updated craft room tour, because since I had, you know, the COVID, I've been kind of like going through the house doing a deep clean, you know. And I'm working on at the moment I'm working on the upstairs, and I've done upstairs now apart from my craft room, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in the next week. It might be the week after, but yeah, that's my next plan. I really want to do a proper clean in here and an updated craft room tour, so that's something to look forward to, I think. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time. And if you are an England supporter and you're watching the football on Sunday, come on England! Bye!